What is going on, good people? Welcome into the Delmarva Sports Insider, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports all the time. I'm Sports Director Trayvon Miles. My co-host Brandon Bossert is out tonight, so that means you got more of me. As we kicked off week 6 of the high school football schedule here on Delmarva. Of course, we'll begin with a showdown in Easton, Maryland. The Queen Anne's Lions came into tonight as arguably the hottest team on the Eastern Shore. Over their last 3 games, Queen Anne's had outscored their opponents 204-0. Tonight, they put that ridiculous stat to the test, traveling to take on Easton. The Lions come out on fire in this game. Brian Patrick getting it on the pitch here, tries the left side, roaming down the sideline to set his team up. Very next play, Dylan Meekins trying to extend the ball. It gets fumbled, but the refs ruled that he crossed the plane. So the Lions, just like that, out to a 6-0 lead. A few possessions later, Devin Wright, the lefty quarterback, going to flip one up to Jaden Handy. He's taking it all the way down inside the 5-yard line. That kid is fast. Next play, KJ Smothers. What a game this kid has. Strong young man. That's my guy. He gets in for the score. Queen Anne's, I am sorry I made a mistake. That's now 4 wins in a row for the Lions. They win tonight at Easton. Final score 34-21. Now, I'm not even going to lie, I did not see this one coming at all. Queen Anne's had beat up on some bad teams to start this year, but they go out tonight and prove on the road at Easton. Coach Al Waters has this team playing inspired. They believe in each other, and right now, they are the hottest team in the conference. I know I said arguably a few minutes ago, but they are the hottest team in the conference. Now, we know Smothers and Junior and some of those other guys, but they have a complimentary bunch. They look big, they look fast, and they look very confident. So shout out to Queen Anne's for their big victory tonight. All right, let's move on to Salisbury now in the first of 2 north-south clashes in the Bayside. Before Y-High's surprising run in the spring, their first loss in Game 1 came in embarrassing fashion at the hands of Cambridge South Dorchester. The Tribe had that on their mind as they welcomed CSD to County Stadium tonight. Quarterback Darius Foreman out for the Tribe. Eddie White in for him. Quick toss out to Malik Leatherberry. He's going to work his way in from 14 yards out for a score. Y-High out to a quick 6-0 lead. White again doing his thing. Why not? 4th and 14. Toss it up to the man. 6'4" receiver Jace Freeman. Beautiful catch inbounds to keep the drive going. And then inside the 10, they hand it off to the bruiser. B.J. Cook cooking up something, lowers the shoulder and pounds into the end zone. Y-High out to a 12-0 lead, and that defense absolutely shut things down. Y-High rebounds from last week's loss against Kent Island. Good win against Cambridge by a 28-7 final. In the Ridge, sneaky good matchup. Decatur visiting North Carolina, tied at 7 at the half. Decatur's defense standing tall in the end zone. The Dogs trying to get in via the pass this time. Great defense to force that receiver out of bounds. Decatur needs some instant offense. Who you going to go to? Number 5, Zamir Handy, electric. Slips a tackle before he steps out of bounds. A few plays later, they need a score. Why not hit him again? He's that good. He's going to find Handy open in the flats, and he's going to get into the end zone to give his team a lead. Shrug your shoulders, young man. That's his patented move right there. These teams will go back and forth with a few more scores, but ultimately North High not enough. Decatur with their biggest win of the season to date, 29-22 over North Carolina tonight. Now this is the story people were waiting for tonight. Washington in Snow Hill, the Eagles with a shot to go over 500 for the first time in a while. Zy Colic right there, right through your living room for 6. A little bit later, Snow Hill scoring again. Trey Ames into the end zone. The Eagles up 2 scores, looking for a little bit more. How about a little more for good measure? Colic going to take the pitch around the outside. He's going to get the corner, and he's gone, folks. 36 yards all the way to the end zone. Snow Hill leads 21-0 going into the locker room. Now into the third quarter, this is where the situation occurred. We've got a hit here that you're going to see on the sideline. There'd be some jawing, and before you know it, many people are out on the field. The referees tried to break this up. The bench is clear. There have been unconfirmed reports of spectators coming on the field all around. Just an ugly scene there. This game would be called at the 8:55 mark. Snow Hill wins 21-0. They have at least 3 wins in a season for the first time since 2012. And, of course, we've got some other scores to send your way. Colonel Richardson wins their 4th game in a row. They shut out Kent County tonight in American Corner by a 42-0 final. The last game on the screen there is Bennett taking on Southern Anne Arundel tomorrow. We were supposed to have Kent Island and Parkside tomorrow as well, but that game is canceled as the Rams are once again in COVID protocol after a couple of positive tests. All right, let's move things on to Delaware. Sussex Tech absolutely shut me up and many people around the state last week when they took out previously unbeaten Lake Forest. Tonight, the Ravens tasked with stacking back-to-back wins for the first time since November of 2019. It's been quite a while, taking on Brandywine. The Tech pack in the house, yes they were. Tech already up big, tacking on more. Eric Rainecker going to get in for a score. Just before the half, Sussex Tech would kick off. They're going to squib this ball to the middle of the field. Brandywine going to boot it, having trouble getting on top of it. Joseph Gappa coming up with it, giving the Ravens another chance to score. And guess what? That's exactly what they do. The big junior, Jaron Sample, shades of Kanai Kane in that number 7. He winds his way across the goal line. Tech goes on to win 41-0. It's back-to-back wins for the Ravens for the first time since November of 2019. Take it back to last night, the battle of the undefeateds. Laurel hosting Woodbridge. Bridge knocking on the door. Laurel coughing it up. How about that? And recovering, we get into halftime scoreless. Now into the third quarter, Laurel trying to get some points on the board, just any kind of points on the board. Field goal wide right there, so still no score. Woodbridge looking to attack now. Javi White tracking it down, and he's going to come down with the interception. That young man, number 3, had 2 picks last night. The Dogs, they would give it right back. Jordan Evans coming down with an interception in the fourth quarter. Now, on the very next play, Seth Smart hit Lexton Westcott, number 3, with an 85-yard touchdown. Woodbridge goes on to win a nail-biter by a 6-0 final.
I told him it's 0-0. We can still score. We got a whole bunch of time, 5 minutes on the clock. I do my thing. Our defense is straight lockdowns. All 4 quarters. Offense, we got to get better. Blocking, offense, passing the ball, running the ball, everything.
Down DuPont Highway to Seaford, the Blue Jays taking on Early College High School last night. Sparks flying early in this game. Seaford sophomore Javante Lezan going to get in. Then check out the next highlight. Javante going to get it on the screen, makes a few people miss, and all of a sudden he's got cannons on his back. Seaford out to a quick 12-0 lead. Early College is a young program. Give them credit. They got low numbers, but they still played hard in this game. Freshman Khalil Kemp getting that pass, taking it all the way to the house, but the Blue Jays match it right back. Kareem Bolden tossing one up to Dalton Hignett. He goes and gets it. And then to seal things up on defense, freshman Trayvon Keith Paulson picks off his second pass of the game. Hey, when your name's Trayvon, you are a playmaker. Believe it. Seaford is 3-1. They win 62-8 is your final. And a few other scores from across the first state. Salesianum and CR was a close game in the first half. The Sallies had a 9-8 lead, but the Riders give up 35 in the second half, and they go down hard. Now, despite a furious late game comeback by by Cape, Delmar gets a much-needed win. Hey, also Delmar Field Hockey also won at Cape last night, to shout out to those ladies. And Sussex Central, they hand Milford their second loss of the year with a 24-point win in Georgetown. Also should note, not on our screen, but not forgotten, Dover fell to Appo this evening. And a few more scores in Delaware. Polytech gets their second win of the season last night, their first home win in 2 years as they beat Charter. Indian River gets close, but they fall on the road to undefeated St. Elizabeth's. And those other 2 games listed, Newark and Lake, and Smyrna and St. George's, are tomorrow afternoon. So to wrap everything up that we saw tonight, and believe me, we saw a bunch. First of all, good win and good recovery by Y-High. I want to shout out, first of all, North Carolina and Decatur. That was a great game that came down to the fourth quarter. Ultimately, Jake Coleman's team able to get the victory in that, but I cannot and I will not forget about Al Waters and his Queen Anne's County Lions. Those guys are playing some inspired football right now. Really interested to see what they are able to do next week when they play against Decatur. On the Delaware side, what's going on with Woodbridge's offense? Back-to-back games, they have only scored 6 points. It's a good thing that they have the defense to rely upon, but if they want to get into a state championship and get into the playoffs and play deeper, that offense and that offensive line in particular is going to have to play better if that's what they want to do. Also, really quickly, before we go, shout out to Seaford. Coach Mark Quillen is doing wonders with that program. The kids are out there, they have the numbers back, and they are confident, so they are playing some good football this time of the year. All right, that'll do it for the A block. We're taking a quick commercial break, but when we return, we've got an exclusive interview with the Salisbury University legend. He's also appeared in this year's Olympic Games. Stick around for that and more when the Delmarva Sports Insider returns.
Hi, my name is Seth Smart. I play quarterback at Woodbridge High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.